This yoga practice is for those of you that don't like yoga. All you need is a strap. It doesn't even have to be an official yoga strap. It could be any kind of belt or tie or even a towel. And then a blanket, something that you can roll up. We'll go ahead and start on our backs. Have your strap handy. On your back, go ahead and hug your knees wide towards your shoulders. Rock a little side to side. And then go ahead and lower your feet to the floor so your feet are together and your knees are wide apart, and rest your hands on your belly. Close your eyes and take a full breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. In through your nose and out through your mouth. And as you breathe in, feel your belly expand with the breath. As you exhale, releasing the air, the belly draws in and towards the floor. A couple more like that. Inhaling and exhaling and inhaling and exhale. Good. Bring your hands to the outsides of your thighs and bring your knees back in together. Bring your feet a little bit wider and take your arms out to a T on the floor. Knees go over to the left and you look over your right shoulder. Make sure you're breathing in and out through your nose, keeping your mouth closed. And then back to center with your knees. Take them to your right and you look over your left shoulder. Come back to center and go ahead and grab your strap. Place the strap on your right foot, so across the ball of the foot or the arch of the foot, and hold the strap as low as you can towards the floor with one hand. Use the other hand on that thigh and push the thigh away, but your hand with the strap is trying to pull the leg closer to your face. As you're pressing, creating some resistance, go ahead and extend the left leg out on the floor. So flexing the toes on both feet, that's pulling the toes towards your face. Full breaths in and out. Feeling length through the back of this right leg, the calf and the hamstring. And as you breathe a little deeper and hold this a little longer, things start to open up. Go ahead and hold the strap with your right hand and take that leg out to the right a little. It doesn't have to go far. Pulling your right toes towards your right shoulder, still pushing the right thigh away. Keep your left hip and thigh anchored toward the floor. Full breath in and exhale. And back to center with that right leg. And then hold the strap with your left hand and roll all the way over onto your left outer hip. Right arm stretches out. So you're twisting here, both legs straight, and it's important to keep breathing. Eyes can be opened or closed. And just noticing the sensations where you're feeling things in your body and try to breathe with them. Come back to center with that right leg. Inhale and exhale. Slowly lower the right leg out next to the left. And then bending both knees, and we'll switch sides with the strap. So place the strap on your left foot and get that left leg up straight, holding the strap with one hand and the other hand pressing the thigh away. Flex the toes. Shoulders are back, head is back. Extend the right leg out on the floor. So creating that resistance by pushing the thigh and pulling the left foot overhead. Full breath in and exhale. Full breath in and exhale. Taking that leg out to your left, the toes are pulling towards the left shoulder, the thigh pushing away. Anchoring that right hip and thigh down. And then bringing that leg back to center and holding the strap with your right hand as you roll onto the outer edge of your right hip. Your left leg is extended, left arm is extended. Look over the left shoulder, full breath in Exhaling. Full breath in. And exhale. Back to center with that left leg. Inhaling and exhaling, lowering that left leg all the way out next to the right. And bending your knees, feet on the floor. So feel the hips, the low back, the sacrum level, and crossing your right ankle over the left thigh. Flex the toes of that right foot. So you might stay here and get enough of a stretch in that right glute, hip, and hamstring. If you want, lift the left foot off the floor and take your hands and interlace them behind the left thigh for face-up pigeon. Both of the feet, the toes are flexed, protecting the knees. Shoulders are back, head is back, and your legs are trying to push away from your face, but your hands are trying to pull them closer. Make sure you're not lifting your butt up off the floor, but try to keep that tail anchored. Lower the left foot down, and then lower the right foot down. Cross left ankle over right thigh. Notice the difference in the sides. You might keep your foot down on this side. Maybe lift it up. Interlace your hands behind the right thigh if you can, pushing the thighs forward away from your face, but your arms are trying to pull them closer. Full breath in and exhale. And full breath in and exhale. And lowering that right foot and uncross your left leg. Again, hug your knees wide towards your shoulders, rock a little side to side. And then we'll go ahead and either roll to your side, or you could try rocking front to back the length of your spine a few times. And we'll come all the way up to a seat and then into hands and knees. So if you're on a hard surface, make sure you use your blanket to pad your knees. Your hands should be shoulder distance apart. Pressing the fingers down, knees under the hips, toes curled or tops of the feet down. So we'll keep the arms straight and lower your chest, lift your chin, lift your tail. So this is an arch, that's your inhale. As you exhale, start to round your spine, the upper back presses towards the sky, your chin and tail tuck a little. Inhale as you arch, and exhale as you round. Maybe close your eyes and just moving at your own pace with your breath, and just noticing the sensations along the spine, warming up and moving those little muscles that hold you up. Go ahead and come back to a neutral spine. Bring your knees a little bit wider and come up onto your fingertips here and move your hips in circles. So nice big circles, working out what's ever stuck in the hips. Go opposite direction. And then allowing your hips to go back towards your heels into child's pose. So we don't want to force anything with the knees or hips. So be mindful of that. And then lowering your chest towards the floor. You might come down onto your forearms to lower your chest. Don't just drop your head though. Eyes are looking towards the floor. Head and neck are pretty neutral. Full breath in and full breath out. Good. Coming back up through your hands and knees. So hands are again placed shoulder distance apart. Make sure your shoulder blades are on your back. You're not rounded here. And then toes curled this time. Lift your knees and lift your butt up in the air. So we want to lift the arms up a little bit away from the floor, your armpits away from the floor. Move your chest back slightly. Lift your butt higher and then allow the heels to lower with straighter legs. Heels probably won't touch the floor, and that's okay. Full breath in and exhale, and full breath in and exhale. Good. Walking your hands back to your feet. So bend your knees as much as you need to. And some of you can keep fingertips on the floor. Some of you will need to bring your hands to your shins or elbows to the thighs as you move the legs straighter. And we want the hips over the heels as best you can tell. So it's probably, you probably need to lean forward just a little with your hips. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good. Bend your knees, hands to the thighs, shoulders back, and come all the way up to stand, reaching your arms up and overhead. Full breath here. As you exhale, hold your left wrist and side bend to your right. So peek at your feet and make sure you're pressing into your feet but not locking your knees. Reach up and out through the fingertips. And then come back to center and switch sides. Hold the right wrist, side bend over to the left. Full breath in. And exhale. And back to center and lower your arms. Grab your strap again and bring the strap behind your low back. So about as wide as your hips, and lift your shoulders up and widen them apart as you pull the elbows towards each other. And then here, turn your head to your right. Keep squeezing the elbows and the belly in. And then back to center and turn your head to your left. Full breath in and exhale and back to center. Good. Go ahead and release the strap, and we'll take your blanket and roll it up. So you might have to adjust how thick your blanket or towel is, but a decent size roll, place it on the floor. And some of you might want to have a chair in front of you. So what you're going to do is stand with the balls of your feet on the blanket and the heels are on the floor. So feet are about inner hip distance apart. And we'll start with the knees bent and bring your hands to that chair or to the floor and start to move your legs straighter. So feeling a nice lengthening through the backs of the legs, start to bring your chest forward, your head towards the floor. Now press the toes down. So making that a little bit more mindful, more engaged, stretch in the backs of the legs. Full breath in and full breath out. Full breath in and exhale. Good. Bending your knees and hands to your thighs, shoulders back, come all the way up to stand and step off of the blanket. Good. We'll set that to the side and move the chair out of the way. We'll come back into another downward facing dog. So hands shoulder distance apart, pressing the fingers down. Bend your knees, lift your butt up in the air. So you want to kind of lift the sits bones up, tail up, and then allow the legs to work straighter. Full breath in and exhale. Good. Lowering your knees to the floor, and we'll go ahead, come back onto the back and hug the knees towards your shoulders and lower the feet to the floor. So the knees are bent, feet are right underneath your knees as best you can tell, and bring your elbows in by your rib cage. Palms are facing each other and roll each shoulder back. So you feel your chest lift a little bit, the back of your head on the floor, looking towards the sky. And as you press your upper arms into the floor, your feet into the floor, start to lift your hips up, lift your heart up. So you have to press your toes down here and the ball of the foot. Keep your chin up. Take a full breath in and exhale, and full breath in. And as you exhale, slowly lower all the way down and bring your feet a little bit wider and bring your knees in together. So feet wide, knees together, hands on your belly. Take a full breath in and exhale. Bring your arms out to a T again. Keep your feet where they are, but separate your knees. Take your knees to the right. Look over your left shoulder. And back to center. Knees go left and look over your right shoulder. And back to center. And let your right leg slide out straight on the floor. Your left leg straight out on the floor. If this bothers your low back at all, take your blanket or your towel and place it under the thighs, just to give your low back a little space. Arms are by your sides, palms up, and close your eyes. And take a full breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. Just letting your body be heavy and relaxed and still. Letting your breath find its own natural rhythm. And then take a deep breath in and exhale. Wiggle your toes and your fingers and bend your knees and place your feet on the floor and roll over to one side and use that opposite arm to press yourself up to a nice seat. So sit up well. If sitting cross-legged doesn't work for you, you can sit with your legs out. Just make sure you move the flesh of your seat back behind you so you sit up a little taller. I hope this wasn't too terrible, and I hope maybe you like yoga a little bit more, but you don't have to admit it. If you did enjoy it, please let me know. I'm happy to make more of these videos, and there is a longer version of this, about 25 minutes on my YouTube channel, so check that out if you liked it, and please feel free to share with your friends. Bring your hands together at heart center, close your eyes, and take a full breath in. Exhale and bow your head. And with much love and with much gratitude, from my heart to yours, namaste. Thanks, y'all. Hey, it's me again. If you enjoyed this practice, please like, share, and subscribe. And consider supporting me by making a donation via Venmo or PayPal, or even going one step further and joining my ever-growing Patreon community, where you can have access to exclusive content like workshops, live stream classes, and more full-length practices before I release them to the public. Remember, it's support like yours that allows me to continue providing content to the yoga community. Also, I'd love to hear from you, so drop me a line in the comments section and look below for all details and links. Thanks so much.